Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to start vibe coding as fast as possible. Pay attention. Any project starts with a prompt when you're vibe coding. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating a prompt, and then we're going to be generating the code and then testing that. And then we're going to make some changes, and then we're going to test those changes, and then we're going to launch the app. That is one cycle, and you're going to go through that again and again and again and again. That is basically what vibe coding is. So it's telling your AI what to do with a prompt, having it do it, and then you're going to test it, and then if you don't like something, you're going to make some changes, and then you're going to test those changes again, and then you're going to launch. Now you might do 10 cycles, you might do 2 cycles, you might do 100 cycles, but that's basically the flow. So what's the quickest way to get started? Well, you can use something like Replit or Lovable or another browser-based app. That way you don't have to install anything on your computer. But we're going to do this in a very smart way, because eventually you are going to want to test locally and you're going to want to develop locally. So I'm going to show you how we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So to create our initial prompt, we're going to use an app called Clarissa. Now, I created this app, I vibe coded this app. It's a desktop app, and it's a voice to text app. So it's kind of fun. I can show you what you can do once you know how to vibe code. So let's just jump right in. This is how it works. So we're going to run the app. It's a desktop app that runs on Windows currently, and it will be launching soon. This is Clarissa, and this is the way it works. Now, what I want to do is I want to create a prompt for Replit to create some software, an app, and the simplest possible software is just a simple website page. So just watch this. Create a 1-page website with instructions on how I can test it locally and develop it locally, what packages I need, and such as Node.js and an editor. Okay, so there you go. So I've captured that with my voice to text app, and I click into my notepad and I go insert at cursor, and there you go. That is a prompt. So I'm showing you a lot of different things here, but this is what we can do. So I'm going to copy this prompt, and I'm going to take it straight to, well, first of all, I'm going to log in. Hopefully I have some credits. I think I do have some credits. So Replit's easy. I mean, it's free. They give you tons of free credits. And then, so I'm going to take that prompt, and then I am going to just start. This is the basics of how to start vibe coding. So Replit is a web-based AI-assisted development tool. And I'm showing you that because that's the easiest way, the fastest way to start vibe coding is use something like Replit or Lovable. And there's a whole bunch of them now, but Replit's good. And because I just want to go through this cycle again, this is our cycle. We're going to create a prompt. I showed you how to do that. And then we're going to generate it, which is what we're doing right now. And once it's there, we're going to test it. We're going to look at it. And then I'm going to show you how to make a change. And then we're going to launch it. So that's the cycle that we're going through. That's the basic cycle of vibe coding. And it's pretty exciting. So as you can see, it's working in the background, and we're going to be able to see it. I'm just going to close, well, I'll put Clarissa to the side. Very proud of Clarissa, by the way. Check her out, clarissa.cloud.com. This is all vibe coded software and front end and authentication. Get custom domains for professional apps. Okay, so it's still working here. Now the thing about using something like Replit or Lovable online is it does take time, because when you're on a free tier, your commands have to wait in the queue. When you're developing locally with something like Claude Code or Codex from OpenAI, sometimes it can be a little faster. In fact, most of the time it's faster. But that's okay, because remember, this is free, so it's a great tool. It's very powerful. and it's kind of fun to use. So in the meantime, so use plan mode. So it's working. So it's working. This shouldn't take too long because it's just a simple app. But I'm going to show you how powerful this is because we're going to be able to see what it looks like right away. Okay, and our app is ready. So this is the preview. Local development guide, mono repo setup, a complete reference for cloning, configuring, and running this React and Vite Express mono repo on your local machine. Prerequisites. So it did exactly what I asked it to do. It just created a page, which is an app. It's code that has all the. So what you need is you need Node.js installed. You got to download it. You got to have npm, and then you got to install that. So you got to clone and install, get the code and install all workplace dependencies and what environment setup. Configure environment variables for local development, blah, blah, blah. And then database setup. Initialize the database. Oh, okay. So it even included a database. Running the dev servers. Start developing with hot reloading. Oh my God. Testing locally. Verify the API. Project structure. Wow. Okay, so I think that Replit actually did a lot of overkill here. And it created a database. It has everything. So that's actually too complicated. But you see how powerful that is. I told it, create a one-page website with instructions on how to run it locally. So, and it did that, and it was pretty quick. So now what we could do is we could launch this. But my goal was to get this as a way. Okay, so I just want something simpler. Let's make this simpler. So now this is step 2. Basically, I want to make some changes to this because this is too complicated. And I'm going to say I don't remove the database. I just want plain text. And include instructions for a beginner to install dependencies and how to open a terminal window. Also, how to launch local host to see changes. Okay, so those are the changes, and I'm just going to send that in, and hopefully it's going to take out the database because it attached a database, and it's going to simplify it and put more beginner instructions in there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so Replit has come back and has made the changes, and I think this is pretty good. You can just read through them, and I'm going to show you now how you can download this project onto your desktop, follow the instructions, and view it in your browser. That's the last stage. Now we can start getting into more advanced coding and coding locally. So this is how you do it in Replit. You click this icon at the top right, and that's going to show the project, and then you want to show the file tree, and then click the kebab icon and go download as zip. And it is now downloading. And so we're going to have this on our computer. We're going to drag it onto our desktop. We're going to open the files, and then we're going to follow these instructions that it gave us, and we're going to start it up. And I'm going to show you that you can now view this locally on your desktop. Okay, so it's now downloaded. So we want to go to the download folder, and we're going to drag this onto our desktop. We're going to go to our desktop, and we should see it right here, somewhere, anywhere. Maybe it hasn't, yeah, it should be there. Where is it? There it is. Okay, dev setup guide. So we're going to extract this, somehow. Yeah, okay, open. So it's a zip file. So basically we're going to drag the contents of the folder onto the desktop. And once that's there, we can follow the instructions and open it and view it locally. And then you can continue to iterate. Okay, so the folder is now open and we can view it on our desktop, our project folder. It's right here, the dev setup guide. Now, what you can do is you right click and then you open in terminal. That's going to open the terminal window inside that project. Now I have, okay, so the next step we're going to do is we're actually going to follow the instructions on how to get this going locally. And we put the instructions inside the project itself. So we'll close this and then we'll go back to the instructions. And basically what we have to do, we did this part, we now have it locally. So we want to install dependencies. So we use this command, pnpm install. Now, if you don't have pnpm installed, you're going to have to learn how to do that. And well, could I show you how to do that? Yes, I could show you how to do that, but that's your homework. Research how to install pnpm on your Windows machine or your Apple machine. As you can see, it takes a little bit of time because it's installing all the libraries and all the dependencies for this project. Once it's done, then we're going to start the dev server and we're going to take a look at it. Okay, so the packages were installed and we had a couple bugs and I debugged them with Claude. Now, if it doesn't work for you, then you're going to have to debug it, and I can show you how to do that kind of stuff. Okay, so now we have another, I'm running the command pnpm run dev because I want to get the server started and I want to show you that we can now look at it on our local machine. So I got another error. And so I'm already having to debug this, but I just copied. This again is about testing, making changes, testing again. And I just paste them into my command line Claude. I mean, this is what vibe coding is. Once you get it set up and start to use these tools and learn how to use them, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it goes a lot faster and you get the skills. So it comes with practice. This is a very simple project. It's a one-page website, but just getting this up and running, once you've overcome all those hurdles, you're basically going to know the basic cycle of how to build and vibe code. And you can see that Claude will make any fixes. We will once again test them until it works. So sometimes you have to go through these cycles a few times. Okay, so we got it debugged and it's working. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use that command pnpm run dev, and you're going to see it's going to load everything up, and now it is available on localhost 5000. So if you go to your browser and you type in localhost 5000, it is there. We see it. So we are now looking at this project from the files on our desktop on our local machine. And now you can use an editor such as VS Code or your local AI assistant such as Claude Code or Open Code or Codex to start making changes and vibing it. So that's one cycle of how to create a web app and how to get started vibe coding. So if like, share, and subscribe and add your comments. Okay, guys, thanks.